Yo, what is up everyone? Blue back into the game with a brand new video for the Reacts channel. Yeah, that's right, Rax and Bull Reacts is back. Bit of a solo video. Zeus doesn't know I'm doing this type of stuff. I'm doing this thing alone just for a little bit, just one for the video. For fun, baby, for fun. And today, I wanted to react to a post made by the NFL. Practically talking about the retirement. So let me show you. So it talks about the notable players who have retired this offseason. Now, out of this list, I decided to make a tier list. So just to show you who's here, we got Aaron Donald, Jason Kelce, Matt Ryan, Fletcher Cox, Teddy Bridgewater, Matthew Slater, David Johnson, Damian Harris, and Devontae Parker. Now, like I said, I separated this into 5 different tiers: Hall of Fame, Ring of Fame, which is kind of like the honor you give to a player who's given its all to an organization, but not really Hall of Fame caliber, like they're just this close. Needs more, kind of self-explanatory. They didn't do too much in their career. They're talked about as like, oh, underrated maybe, but not too much. And then like you tried pretty much like, oh, there could have been more. There could have been something else in your career that you could have done to improve and get to a point, or you just kind of just got there and then leave, practically saying, yeah, but you should not have even been in the league for so long. But again, no disrespect to all of them. So without further ado, let's begin this. So the first one obviously is Jason Kelce. Now, obviously, this dude's a Hall of Famer, without a fucking doubt. A low tier, he would be here, but he's not. He's Hall of Fame. He's definitely Hall of Fame. I mean, bro, he's literally been one of the best centers in the past decade, and he's literally helped anchor that offensive line. Let me tell you, offensive line, underrated as fuck, right? Underrated as fuck. You need the offensive line, and if you have a really good one, you're gonna get places. So yeah, Jason Kelce, he's up there. Now, Aaron Donald. This dude is practically like the LT of our generation, I'd like to say. I like to think he's the LT of our generation. And I'm talking about like the Lawrence Taylor type of level of dangerous. Ministry of Defense type of dangerous. And I'm gonna be honest, he's above Kelce. He's got to be above Kelce. The fact that this dude needs to be quadruple teamed at many points in his career, he deserves to be in Hall of Fame, top tier Hall of Fame. That dude will be first ballot. I have a jersey of his in my closet. I'm not gonna pick it out right now because I need to make this video kind of quick. So, but yeah, Aaron Donald, he is the GOAT. He's the GOAT of this tier list. He'll be number 1. Now, Matt Ryan. Here's the thing. Matt Ryan could have been a lot more if he had actually won that Super Bowl back in Super Bowl 52? No, 50. I forgot what number it was. I'll probably correct myself right here, you know. But practically, Matt Ryan, oh man. It's tough to say because he has the numbers to be a I think he might have the numbers to be Hall of Fame, but as of right now, I think he's gonna end up in Ring of Fame. Like, he has the numbers for it, but I don't know. I don't know. When I think about him, he's not really like a Dan Marino type. He did do numbers for Atlanta, right? But I don't know. It kind of just seemed like he needed to do a little bit more to be a Hall of Famer. So, but Ring of Fame is still good, and I feel like Atlanta would retire his jersey one day. So, I think that's a good idea. Fletcher Cox. Now, this one is a bit I gotta think about because, okay, so here's the thing with Fletcher Cox, right? Genuinely, I think he's been one of those guys that's been on top of the game for a while. And I think it could be argued that maybe during the decade that he was in the NFL, he was practically like a top 10 or I'd say top 5 type of D tackle. He was one of the dominant ones. But here's the thing, right? they're kind of comparing him to another guy in Aaron Donald, who's in the same list over here. And here's the thing, I think Fletcher is borderline. Like, literally, he is literally in the limbo of here in the middle of Ring of Fame, Hall of Fame. So I'm gonna be honest, judging by the fact that he was also in the all decades team of the NFL, I think, okay, you know what, I'm gonna be a bit of a hopeful. Obviously, well, obviously you don't know, I'm a Pittsburgh fan. This is a old ass jersey, but I do believe Fletcher will eventually get it. He'll eventually get it in one day, because I think if they look back at his statistics, they'll think, oh yeah, actually he wasn't that bad. Like, he wasn't dominant as always, but he always did his job appropriately, and he actually got shit done. I mean, add to the fact, I mean, obviously I'm not, Super Bowls kind of play a factor in it, but Fletcher did do a lot for his defenses, so I'm gonna give it to him there. Teddy Bridgewater, yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say he needed to do more, because he needed to do more for himself, because obviously he's had a lot of things happen in his career. Let's be honest, it wasn't the flashiest career, and to be honest, his start in Minnesota wasn't the best, because obviously he got injured a lot and whatnot, and it sucks. So I think he was a really good quarterback when he was healthy too, and like I said, it's tough to say, because like you said, injuries are the what ifs of sports majority of the time. If he wasn't injured, maybe he could be, I'd say maybe he could, I ain't gonna lie, he might get as high as this one, because of all the competition that is the NFL right now, or during his time period in the NFL, there's a lot more notable players. Like, if I remember correctly, this was a very weird draft class. I mean, you had Blake Bortles, Johnny Manziel, obviously the big controversial one, and I think the only one that kind of panned out was Derek Carr. So I don't know, I think Bridgewater could have done more for his career. Obviously, you know, circumstances are circumstances and shit. Okay, so my recording cut off, but yeah, I guess the last thing I was gonna say was oh, hold on, circumstances are circumstances, and I think that if injuries didn't take down his career, then he probably would have been maybe Ring of Fame or Hall of Famer. So all right, but Matthew Slater was next. Now, if I remember correctly, Matthew Slater was one of the guys in the New England Patriots that stayed there for quite a long time period. He was their special teams, one of their special teams guys that would always perform at a high rate. Now, I'm gonna put him in low tier of Ring of Fame, because I do believe that he isn't at this caliber. If he is, it's gonna be way down the line. Like, they need somebody else to, I know disrespect to Matthew, so you did your due diligence and all, but I think Ring of Fame would be an honor to even get in terms of you know, an NFL team. Like, don't get me wrong, obviously he did a lot for the New England organization, and I've heard many stories that he did pretty good and whatnot, but I do believe that, yeah, Ring of Fame would be the more appropriate tier for him. So David Johnson, the man who had that fabulous season in 2016, or was it 18? I forget. I'm gonna be honest, it's one of these two. You know what? I think, yeah, Need More would probably be more appropriate for him. I think Need More is more appropriate because obviously he only had like one good season where he was regarded as one of the best running backs. Don't get me wrong, obviously the running back position is tough as it is nowadays, especially with all the wear and tear that all of them go through. But I do believe that perhaps maybe there could have been a little bit more that he could have done to elevate his career. Now, don't get me wrong, he would have to have done a lot more to get to this point, right? But I think Need More is an appropriate an appropriate answer. So Damian Harris. What can I think about for Damian Harris? I'm gonna be honest, this one's a little odd because he's 27 and as a running back, I still think you still got like a few years left in you. Was the NFL post wrong? Because I mean, he's here. That's weird. I don't know. I guess he did retire. I thought maybe. I don't know. To be honest, right? Wear and tear is a lot for a running back, and there's a lot you gotta do. And he was with New England and Buffalo. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put him in. You tried. Now, to be fair, right? He may not actually be retired, and they accidentally put him in the list. But I think, yeah, there needs to be a lot more for him to have been up there with these guys even. So Damian, if you're still in the league, blame the NFL for making that list, because I didn't put you there. So, and last but not least, Devontae Parker. Now, I remember this dude played in Miami. He did ball out for a couple of occasions and whatnot. Money. I'll be honest, I don't think his receiver total went beyond like 6,000. I think I don't know. I think maybe it was over 5,000. Maybe. Well, obviously he definitely had like double-digit touchdown in his career. It's like 20 something, maybe 30. I'm gonna put him in the. Nah, you know what? I think right here would be appropriate for him. The need more category. He is 31. Maybe he has some sort of season where they bring him in as a veteran receiver to teach the rookies and the younger talent to do good. But yeah, 5,000 career receiving yards is, I mean, it's a lot still. It's a lot. But in terms of trying to get into like the other two categories, yeah, there needs to be a lot more to be done to get to that point. Don't get me wrong, he had a lot of different quarterbacks, some good, some bad. But I think this one's appropriate, right? And the problem is, right, I don't think he's been in, I think, well, obviously he was in Miami for a while, but I don't think it's long enough to say, oh yeah, this dude deserves a ring of fame. Like, he would have to be the GOAT at his position for his shit to be retired. If he stayed at an organization for a minute. So yeah, looking at this list, yeah, I'm kind of happy with this list, you know. I think it's appropriate, and I think this is the correct order for it. If you disagree, let me know in the comments below and make your own tier list. Look, I'll even link at this post in the description, so that way you can make your own tier list or respond to me and tell me how right or wrong I am. So come on, let me know. So yeah, this is gonna be it for me. I don't know, maybe we'll catch Zeus record a video of his own when it comes to these type of videos, or you know, a react video of his own. So yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, share with a friend, and also check out my channel, Bulls Are Blue, link in the description. And that'll be it for me. Love y'all. May God bless you. Have a good one. Bye bye.